Why was Rika's ring able to bypass the teleport trap? Let's talk about it. All right, first of all, shout out to Klaus for asking me about this today. And what this is in reference to is that barrier trap from the first chapter, where we see Tsurugi get transported away to the kidnapper's hideout, but Yuka and his cursed tool do not. And we are told that it's because the barrier repels anyone or anything with too much cursed energy. And yet, we know that Rika's ring was able to be transported through. So what's going on there? This was actually one of the most interesting details to me from the first chapter. And after it came out, I put out some posts on social media asking for people's thoughts on this very thing. And some of the most common answers were, well, one, maybe the item isn't a cursed tool. Like maybe Rika isn't actually in there and this is truly just like an heirloom, like a good luck charm. So it's not like Tsurugi's sword, it's really just a ring. Thus, it would travel through. Other people thought that maybe there are specific conditions on the ring, wherein it's not a cursed tool like the sword, but rather it has, specific activation conditions. And perhaps even because Tsurugi is a heavenly restricted user and not the one Yuta really wanted for the ring, it's not a cursed tool in his hands, per se. Other people think that, maybe Gege just forgot. Now, me personally, I think that Rika's ring would in fact be a cursed tool now, much like that sword, because we know that the ring underwent the same process that other cursed tools went through. For example, Nanami's cleaver. We know that after an extended period of time serving as the channeling device for Nanami's ratio technique, that cleaver was imbued with the technique. Similarly, this ring has served as the channeling device for Rika, for Yuta and his curse technique, right? So it would stand to reason that this too could become a cursed object. And given its narrative significance in this sequel, I think it must be. The fact that Yuta gave this to his granddaughter for the explicit reason of protecting her and watching over her speaks to the ring being more than just a good luck charm, in my opinion. It must hold some power. And the fact that this ring is subject to the whims of the political structure also speaks to its actual power. It wouldn't make much sense for this just to be a memento. But so if it is a cursed tool, then why was it able to bypass the trap? And I don't have the answer, obviously, but I do think there are a few interesting possibilities. Like we said earlier, maybe the ring only activates under certain conditions. I don't love that explanation because it's not as if the sword was currently activated and yet it has cursed energy as a cursed tool. I would assume the same is true of the ring, but maybe there's some weird circumstance there. Something I think would be really cool is if the ring was a fake, and as part of this switch to Tsurugi, the ring was swapped out with a decoy, and the fact that they gave it to Tsurugi was so that would never be discovered, as a heavenly restricted user would never actually be able to wield it.